Yes, I know Whitney Houston was a cokehead, but hey, one of the greatest ever, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, whatever. She got that voice. Welcome back, Rellism Raw. We got the elite of the elite out here, the Hansbrough brothers and GM Tommy. What's good, fellas?
What's up?
Fellas, on episode 136. Thank y'all for watching on YouTube, listening on Anchor and Spotify, or checking out the Facebook page. My man Tommy running. Hey, all these new subscribers I can't keep hold of. It better not be none of these. Better not be Tommy. Brantley Fudge at the Table Studios. That sounds like you, Mug. You know.
I might be Bradley Fudge.
See, you in Casey
Bradley
White.
Fudge. Yeah, Bradley Chubb.
Yeah, Kevin Durant over here and shit.
We appreciate it. We appreciate it. Got love for my Commanders, love for the Mamba, and all the love for my mama. Got to represent wearing Academy stuff. You know what I mean? Veterans Day. We all got people in our families that has lost loved ones, served, and everything. We appreciate everything y'all done. But we also got somebody in our family, Mr. Derek Hess, that has done some things that we couldn't imagine doing or seeing or whatever. He's lost some loved ones, but he's also saved some loved ones. And that's what I keep trying to tell him all the time. You save more than you see him get hurt. So we appreciate you, Derek Hess. We love you. You're part of the Raw family. And everybody else that served, lost someone, anybody that has anything involved in it, we appreciate it because I don't want to do none of that shit. I don't want to do none of that shit, yo. I ain't trying to do nothing, you know what I'm saying? So we appreciate it. Because on Rellism Sports Talk, that's when we talk about sports from Hall of Famers to local talent to the big time storylines. And of course, the biggest storyline right now. Okay, I guess we'll start with the boring ass Thursday night football game again. Another one that cost me some damn money. I should have listened to Brandon, because Brandon nailed that shit and I would have won $60. But I'm going to need your help next episode, Brandon, because Brandon nailed that shit. He called it hours before the game started. So if you need to win some money, you better listen to Brandon next episode. Thursday night football game. What'd you think about it, Tommy? I mean, it was Panthers and the Falcons.
I mean, it was hard to pick against the Panthers this week. I did. I tried to take the Falcons in my pick 'em. But you know, with the Panthers running all over them like they did last time, it just ended up being the same game plan. I really thought there was some uptick in the Falcons, and the loss of McCaffrey was going to change a lot in that division game, and it didn't change a thing. I mean, Atlanta just straight got pounded, and it's just going to continue to look. I look for Atlanta to still have that weakness week in, week out. They just get run on.
Brandon, you picked the Carolina when everybody else said the Falcons were the favorites. Why did you think they were going to win? What did you see during the game?
I watched the first game. They should have won.
Yeah, it's true.
Donta Foreman, I swear I loved this dude in college, is a monster. I mean, and Mariota's trash. They can't do nothing but run. No, he got 2 touchdowns against me somehow, but still, I mean,
yeah, but I only got 18 points. Don't try to do that jinx on me and shit, man. Don't do that. But Keith,
nah, man, I like Carolina's new coach. I think he brought something, man.
I'm gonna get to that shit. Yeah, Brandon. Yeah, Keith, you were talking about in the previous episode about Drake London getting the ball, and I got Kyle Pitts, and they had to start Mariota. What is it about their offense why they can't get it to their skill guys? I mean, what's going on?
I mean, their pass protection looked terrible last night. And Mariota's got great footwork, can move around, man, but he just makes the stupidest decisions in throwing the ball. And I'm ready to see Ritter in there, man.
So is it the offensive line or is it Carolina's up front? Because they drafted some up front players that are coming to.
I mean, I guess you could say that too, but last night it just looked horrible. And usually Atlanta's been a good rushing team, and they couldn't even really hardly get that going last night, it seemed like.
All right, so Brandon, you brought up Steve Wilks. You brought him up. You know what I'm saying? This guy's had 1 year of head coaching with the weird-ass Cardinals organization when they got Rosen and all that and then fired him. And all this started over, and we look at Kyler Murray and them guys, they ain't doing nothing. Expectations were here, and they're down here. This guy's still the interim coach. Does he deserve to be the coach?
He keeps doing this. I think he needs to, man. Seems like they're playing their hearts out for him. I don't think you're gonna win too much with PJ Walker in there for real.
Right.
I don't know why Baker's not in there. It must be something to do with the trade.
But look, maybe it's a character issue. I mean, maybe it's something about the locker room. Because Tommy, you love Christian McCaffrey.
Right.
Ever since he's left, yeah, granted they lost, in a game in between
because
here.
of a penalty.
The Buccaneers, and then they lost the game they should have won, and now they've won. Is it something about the locker room and this head coach that can do things?
I don't really think
keep Baker off the field.
I don't think it's Steve Wilks, and I really think it's the loss of McCaffrey that changed Carolina. What they went to after, you would imagine like, wow, they would have taken a step back. But when they had McCaffrey, what was your game plan versus Carolina? It was to stack the box. It was to shut that guy down coming out the backfield, down in, down out. And it worked because that's what Carolina was going to do to you. They were going to run McCaffrey. As soon as McCaffrey got out the game plan, the ball went everywhere. The ball started going elsewhere, and these guys, there wasn't a game plan. All of a sudden, we had to beat Carolina like we would beat everybody else.
Well, let me ask you a question, Tommy. Hold on. Let me ask you a question then. Because the first thing I heard was PJ. You said Tucker last episode. It's fucking Walker.
Walker, yeah.
PJ Walker sucks, right? So why wouldn't you stack the box against Deontay Foreman the same way you would against McCaffrey? What's the difference then?
Because you've still he's not going to give the ball to Deontay Foreman. It's not the play.
Deontay Foreman's killing out here.
It's a hell of a it's a turnaround handoff. There is 10 more handoffs, 10 less passes. So when that QB's got the ball, he's going to somebody else. One of 3 options. When that QB's got the ball now, or back when McCaffrey was in the play, that safety was coming down. He was coming down to McCaffrey every down, and it was really shutting him out. McCaffrey was famous for getting 17 points on 50 yards rushing, 45 yards catching, and 4 receptions. It was what he did week in and week out. And since that's left their offense, I think it's kind of opened up the offense as a whole. It's definitely a loss of production, but as far as what that offense is able to do and how they game plan, it is a totally different team. It's way more open, unpredictable.
Brandon, you picked Tampa Bay to win the Super Bowl. Do you still feel confident that they can win the division? I mean, Tommy's thinking Carolina's just going to blow up all of a sudden. I don't know. The Saints are the Saints again. You know what I'm saying? And the Falcons are whatever.
Remember, you was going to let me change it to Minnesota, and I should have, but I don't.
They suck too.
They're the weakest 7-1 team ever. But
yes,
yeah,
exactly.
They got a good defense.
Exactly.
They beat us with a 3rd-string quarterback barely. But Tampa, I think they still gonna win the division. I mean, they gotta be able to score.
I think Tampa.
Or Brady needs to be benched because
we gonna get to Tampa Bay. We gonna get to Tampa Bay. Keith, your man Crush, which is the biggest news right now in fantasy, real life, and everything else, because you hugging your pillow, loving some Josh Allen. He can't hug you back because his arm is fucked up.
That looked nasty.
You know what I'm saying? Does this injury change everything? Because now the MVP, obviously, it's either Hill or Mahomes. I can't see nobody else you can make an argument with about those things. We can talk about it on another spot.
Hurts too.
But, Hurts can get into discussion. I mean, it's just it's just like getting invited to the Heisman. You're not going to win unless you play at Alabama. Anyway,
he did.
Anyway, Keith, Josh Allen, what would you do with him right now? You know he's not right. You know you still have a balanced team. And would you rest him right now, or would you say
I would rest him right now? I wouldn't play him this week at least. I mean,
he has to play this week.
He what?
Go ahead, Keith.
He has to play this week. If he loses this week, Buffalo slips from 1st to 4th. Buffalo
they can make it up. They can make it.
But it doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. We'll get to that. We'll get to that playoff.
You don't risk his career.
The ultimate goal.
He's got to have home field. We want Buffalo to have home field. They know that. They don't want to go to Kansas City.
Tommy,
got to have home field.
Tommy, one thing real quick, Tommy.
They got to be
your fantasy champion that never does shit during the regular season. Okay, it doesn't matter what you do in the regular season. Just
it does
get in. Just get in.
In real football.
Mr. Eli Manning winning 2 rings. Just get in. Wild card. That shit don't matter.
That's why I got these.
That don't matter.
Still think fantasy
I can pull mine out. Go ahead, Keith. What do you think?
They got to preserve him. They got to at least rest him this week and see give him some rest on that elbow. That's a non-conference game, so that helps. a little bit, so they won't have to worry about any tiebreakers within the conference if it comes down to record.
Well, they're behind us in the Jets.
They're playing the Vikings.
That's okay.
That's right. They're playing the Vikings this week. They are.
Listen, don't talk about the games because next episode we getting really into it. We really getting into it. But I agree with you, Keith. I would say not play him. Don't play him this week because it doesn't matter. Nobody feels. I mean, Miami is what they are. They are a contender. But the Jets, we know they ain't. But the Bills have somebody that they want to join their team. Von Miller's out here trying to get him on. OBJ. OBJ is out here ready to play. And Dallas talked about they didn't never want him. Now they out here trying to get him big time. So we got Dallas. We got the Giants. We got the Bills. We got who else wants him?
I wouldn't. I don't know.
The Rams ain't winning enough games. He ain't gonna go there, right?
Right.
All right. So Tommy, who would he fit best with? He's coming to win a championship.
Or play in one.
But does it matter?
I like him as the Cowboys.
Hold on. Let me rephrase the question. Can he join the team and put them over the top? And if so, who is it?
The Cowboys have yet to have a 100-yard receiver yet have a 100-yard receiver this year. Now they have had a lot of injuries on the receiving court. And Dak being out has definitely hampered them. But that defense or that offense does seem like it's lacking a big play threat. And I'm not sure, and I hate it because I've drafted him 2 years in a row and he won me some shit. But CeeDee Lamb is looking like he might not be the one we thought he was.
What do you think, Keith?
I think Dallas, dude, because for the same
y'all
reason.
Both picked Dallas to go to the Super Bowl, y'all. Cowboy,
hey, we're looking pretty smart with that right now.
No, y'all picked the Packers. Y'all looking dumb.
That's because you coerced us because of
that. I gave everybody a chance to change one thing. I ain't tell y'all what to do.
Nah, but I feel like he said if they had one more receiver, that would really put them over the top, and I think that would be it, and that would help.
So you're saying you and Tommy are both saying if OBJ can go to Dallas, he can put them over the top to get them to the Super Bowl. Y'all are both saying that right now.
With that defense that they have right
now. Y'all are saying right now. Brandon, what do you think?
I'm gonna be honest. I do not think Odell's that good of a wide receiver to put anybody over the top. I never had.
He proved me wrong.
He would make Buffalo worse.
Really? Why is that?
I think he's a locker room cancer. That's what I think.
I don't want him in Buffalo.
Hold on. We said he was a locker room cancer when he went to the Rams. Myself personally was like, that's the worst thing that can happen, and I was wrong.
But he was third receiver, and he got. I mean,
he was on his
I
way
don't
to
think
Super
he's
Bowl
ever
MVP
going to be good blowing his ACL out that many times, man. I really don't. But if any of those teams, I guess it would be the Cowboys, but it's the Cowboys. So I go there, you ain't going to do shit. But I think the Giants is the best fit.
The Giants the best fit? Really? So
they need
confidence in the Giants going forward.
I mean, why
they
not?
Don't need the Giant. He'll ruin it.
Why not? Because
he'll ruin every team.
Hold on. I won't answer your question. I'm gonna throw it back at you. Why do you think the Giants have a chance?
They have just as good a chance as the Cowboys. Just as good as the Cowboys.
They're just as good as the Cowboys?
Just as good as chance. They got a better coach. They got a better running game.
I don't see all that. But...
I mean, that's going to be debatable.
I mean, who got the better record? The same record?
He wants to win the Super Bowl. He needs to go to the midseason MVP team in the Chiefs. He needs to go
he can go there, but I don't think
Valdez-Scantling sucks.
Quietly, don't talk about Juju.
Juju's having a monster
Juju
year.
is a gummy bear.
Juju for the last 6 weeks is wide receiver 6 in fantasy.
I mean, when you throw 70 times
wide receiver 6. Just saying. In the last 6 weeks, Juju is wide receiver 6.
Juju's playing ball.
So they throw 70 fucking passes.
His score is like here.
Are you done now with Juju? You know better than that shit, man.
I'm not kidding you. Stats-wise, Juju.
I don't care about stats. We know it when it comes down to winning the Super Bowl. Are you counting on Juju or not?
Yeah, he's a possession receiver with Patty.
Oh,
that's money in the bank.
Oh my God. All right. So since we're talking about veterans, the biggest veteran, I wish Swole Daddy was on here. Tommy, I'm gonna start with you because you keep on saying this guy is not the reason they suck. Aaron Rodgers. I have personally said They need to go ahead and hang that up, let Jordan Love play, and see what they got. This is year 3. That's what happened with Aaron Rodgers and him before, right? And Brett Favre.
Aaron Rodgers
That was
hates
a whole
bad on
different-
y'all.
It's not different. Why is it different? Jordan Love was a first-round pick.
Because Jordan Love is garbage.
He was
and
drafted
he's
higher
garbage
than
out
Aaron
of-
Rodgers was. Right or wrong?
Jordan Love's not the talent. That
Jordan
Aaron-
Love has chemistry with those wide receivers that Aaron Rodgers
Absolutely
wouldn't
not.
talk to.
Absolutely not.
So you're saying stick with it.
I've not seen Jordan Love do anything. If you put Jordan Love on the Packers, they are going to lose 50 to 0. They're going to lose by 50 points every day. I mean, come on now. The Packers are that bad. It's not.
So,
Aaron Rodgers is buoying them.
well,
He's
let me
not
ask you
pulling
something,
them.
Tommy. Let me ask you something. You're saying they're going to lose by 50 every day? The Packers are scoring no fucking points every week.
Their defense is getting
They're not
lit up on
scoring
the
any points.
run.
The defense
Their
will stay the
defense is
same.
getting lit up on the
The
run.
defense will stay the same. Everything's going to stay the same.
As far as Aaron Rodgers goes, I believe that he is not the issue. I believe the issue
Yeah,
is
he's not the issue.
that
He
we
ain't
all
the
said in the beginning of the year, he might have issues throwing the ball. We all said their defense is going to be incredible, and they are 28th on the run. They are getting ran all over. The loss of Zadarius Smith is huge. Look at what it did for Minnesota. It's not Aaron's fault. One player left, Devontae left, and he didn't do shit for the Raiders. But Zadarius left, and he did everything for Minnesota. I'm telling you, it wasn't.
Okay. What do you think, Keith?
Defense.
Yeah, I think you can't put all the blame on Aaron Rodgers, but
It's a beast.
I mean, they're really injured, man. Like on the offensive
He's
side of the
throwing
ball.
2 practice
And
squad
he does look a
motherfuckers.
lot. He does look a lot older though this year than he did last year. I will say that. But I mean, you got to put the blame on the whole team because it doesn't look like he's being the leader that he should be.
Thank you. Hold on, Keith. What'd you just say? He's not being the what?
I say it doesn't look like he's being the leader that he should be either to put the team on his back to get him out of this hole either. So
That's what I said last episode, Tommy. You heard that?
And most of the time on his back. That's
Go
why.
ahead, Brandon. Go ahead, Brandon.
Yeah, the Rodgers ain't the problem. I'm gonna tell you the problem. They had 2 first-round picks last year. What did they draft in the first round?
Yes.
Nothing.
Back-to-back defense. Didn't even get him a thing. Didn't even make a trade. He's throwing to I don't even know who their starting receivers are this week.
hopefully Lazard.
Sammy Watkins.
There you go.
Sammy
So
Watkins.
Sammy Watkins and Alan Lazard.
Yep.
Well,
That's
let me
the
say
too.
one thing real quick to you all, especially you, Mr. Tommy. We keep talking about nobody's drafting for Aaron Rodgers. Nobody's doing shit. He got to put the cape on him. Lamar Jackson's out here doing shit with nobody.
Well, shit,
His
he got
organization,
first-round
his
receivers.
organization is
Tight end
doing
of
nothing.
Didn't he get to two
Hold on.
in the wide
His number 1 pick, Rashard Bateman, is out for the year. Is
Rashard
out for the year.
Bateman is a first-round pick, though.
He's
That
out
team
for the
invested in.
year.
That's my
But didn't he
dude,
play
Lamar,
with him?
man.
And he played with him last year.
Lamar
And
Jackson
didn't he
doing.
get
Lamar
Hollywood Brown?
Jackson's carrying
I mean,
his
come on
team.
now.
Lamar Jackson
They
doesn't have
definitely
Aaron
supported Lamar.
Jones.
Mark
He doesn't have
Andrews
Aaron
is that the
Jones.
best tight end in the league.
Come on, dude.
You're forgetting.
You're not being
You got to
fair.
stop calling
You're
him
not
wide
being-
receivers. Start calling him pass catchers because he's got the best tight end in the league. They spent 2
He's better than Kelsey.
draft picks in the past
He's
2
better than
years.
Kelsey.
I don't know if he's better than Kelsey.
Green Bay ain't done it. Mike Andrews is the best tight end in the league this year.
Let me ask you something, Tommy. If Lamar Jackson had Aaron Jones, would he be better?
Well, yeah.
Oh,
But wait a second. If Aaron Rodgers had Mark Andrews, would he be better?
Don't try to tell me Andrews.
Hold
Or
on.
John
If Aaron
Harbaugh.
Rodgers
What I'm
had
trying to
Mark
say
Andrews,
is,
would
what
he
I'm trying
be
to say
better?
is they both have
If
weapons.
Aaron Rodgers had
They
Mark
both have
Andrews, would he
weapons.
be better? If Aaron
They
Rodgers had
both
Mark
have weapons, Tommy. You're not
what
being
I'm trying to
fair.
say is only one of them's got a pass catcher.
You're not being
One's
fair.
got a really
trying to
good head
say.
coach too.
You just gave the quarterback a running back. He's a quarterback, and he's a real quarterback. Of course, Lamar looks better with a running back. He's a running quarterback.
He has no
Go
running back.
backfield, do his little splits with the freaking running back.
You got Kenyon Drake.
And
son.
if you switch Andrews with Green Bay, he would be better.
Sure.
You know that.
He doesn't have
Tommy,
a steady running
Yo,
back.
I love it because when people watch this, they just laugh at you for your bullshit that you say.
That'd be your
love
friends,
it.
because my friends be like, damn, bro, how do you
I
get
love
all
it.
the rings so
I love
fast?
it. I
Like
love
these
it.
guys really think they something, but you've only been playing like a quarter of the time I got the most rings.
Lamar Jackson. I'm talking about the most rings.
I mean, I can't hate on myself for winning this much.
oh
I'm in
my
the top
God,
2K
dude.
and pick them in ESPN right now. I just
You
want to
have-
let y'all know 99.7%.
Y'all
wanna pick
definitely
'em,
don't
pick
have
'em
the
with
most
me.
rings. Sorry, dude. Sorry, dog. Anyway, the number 1 team, since we're talking about the best, as I speak, the Eagles, undefeated.
Just
We're
saying,
looking at their team, the rest of their schedule: Washington, Colts, Packers,
My boy's
Titans,
good too,
Giants,
though.
Bears, Cowboys, Saints, Giants. Brandon, your team is the only one to go undefeated. Are you scared that the Eagles might go undefeated?
I think they can do it, man, with their schedule. The only tough game is at Dallas. So, I mean, is it going
On
to be
Christmas
tough?
Eve, right?
Yeah, is it going to be tough? I don't think Dallas can stop them. Barring an injury, they might.
And how would you feel about that?
Unless they rest. I don't know if they would go for the perfect season.
Oh, they definitely gonna go for the purpose season.
Yeah, they wouldn't.
They would definitely go for it. They would definitely go for it. Go ahead, Keith. What do you think?
I think say them team. You said I think Dallas can get them.
We don't know what that means, Tommy.
Yeah, they do.
I think one of the teams that can sneak in. I think that would be a huge bounce win for Green Bay, dude. I can just for some reason see that happening. You said they play Green Bay.
Do they play each other?
Yeah, they played
Where
in 3 weeks. They play Green Bay. So here you go, still riding with fucking Aaron Rodgers. So you think Aaron Rodgers? Keith, Chris, turn down the kids, baby. Turn down.
My bad. Turn down the.
Keith, so you're still riding with Aaron Rodgers. You think Aaron Rodgers?
I can see that. I could just see that happening because any given Sunday, man, any team can.
I mean,
I can see it can happen. If they're at Green Bay, I can see that happen.
No, what you can see is the Packers beating the Cowboys this week. We'll talk about that next episode.
Yeah, I got it.
That's what you can see. They're not going to beat the Eagles. I'm sorry. The only team, just like Brandon said, that can beat the Eagles this regular season is going to be on Christmas Eve. Dallas Cowboys. That's about it.
The Giants about to get the W. Best believe it.
Hey,
why
Chris,
y'all sleeping on my niggas?
I said Tommy. You got you'll be right after Tommy. Because you get to play him twice. So I'm gonna really come to you right after Tommy. Tommy, can anybody stop the Eagles from going undefeated out of that schedule?
Oh yeah.
Who you got?
I mean, don't the Giants still gotta play him again?
Twice.
Yeah, that's the team that's got them the best chance of beating them. That's a hard game for the Eagles to win in New York.
Why?
That might not be too bad because they don't play well in New York. They never played well.
Preach it, Tommy. Preach it, Tommy. He's taking the words right out of my mouth.
New York's been a perennial problem for every single team in the NFC East. Every single year.
That
it don't matter if they're 1-5. Y'all
no joke.
Nobody.
I'm telling you, they don't want to play him.
That's a tough game for them.
I agree, Tommy.
And they got a hell of a running game.
I think, honestly, it would be a division opponent. Shit, it might happen this Monday night with my Commanders. What? It ain't going to happen.
Yeah, right.
All right,
Chris. You never know.
Chris, tell me why. You got Chris. Can you hear me, Chris?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You got 2 opportunities to beat the Eagles to stop their undefeated streak. Why do you think that your team can do it?
Oh, I mean, they've outperformed. I mean, I wouldn't even say outperformed, honestly, because it hasn't even been big scoring games. You know, it's just been taking advantage of every turnover. You know, the defense really, they throwing it down. They throwing down, and they're given opportunity, taking advantage of the opportunities. And just capitalize on when it matters for real. They're coming back. It reminds me of Eli.
Oh my God!
Coming back in the fourth. That's my dude. And Shaman know what I'm talking about.
Shaman don't know shit, dude. That's why he's out here. He's
you got those opportunities that. Shut up, yo! You a hater.
Chris, let me ask you a question. Chris, let me ask you a question, Chris, because we talked about Odell. We know Odell started with the Giants, had the immaculate catch. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Yeah. Brandon said that he thinks the best fit would be with the Giants. Would you welcome him to come back? Because you ain't got. Nobody. The headline was Galladay returns to the Giants. I didn't even know he left. I didn't know he came because he ain't done shit there. Would you be happy that Odell would come back?
I wouldn't say like jump for joy happy. I think it'd be good to have him on the team to be another target. And I think him and Saquon could have clicked for real. I really think that they would do. I think they would do good together.
They might do it together.
My shit breaking up.
I think he'd be a detriment.
Hey man, don't talk about my fantasy running back like this.
Damn. All right. So we all agree it's gonna be probably a division opponent that can knock off the Eagles. But if nobody does, are they still the favorite in the NFC, Brandon? Or do you think with the 49ers, the way they built McCaffrey, or anybody else can stop them in the playoffs?
I don't think they can.
Nobody.
The NFC's kind of weak, man. It would be Tampa if they make it, probably. Who did it to them last year?
Keith, go ahead and say the Cowboys. Go ahead.
Cowboys, dude. That defense, man.
Y'all keep talking about the Cowboys defense.
I know. Who have they played?
Understand how good the Eagles defense is?
They haven't played anybody.
And how much better their offense
They haven't played nobody. They play the same schedule as the Cowboys.
I'm talking about the Cowboys.
A lot of backup quarterbacks. And they played a lot of hurt players. A lot of their weeks are on damaged teams.
People love to hate on Tua and Jalen Hurts, man. They go undefeated.
I like Jalen Hurts.
Brandon,
I'm just saying,
I was talking to somebody
beat up.
Brandon, I was talking to somebody today.
It's not like they did it with a backup quarterback, wide receiver.
I can't hear either one of y'all talking right now. Either one of y'all. Can't hear any one of y'all.
Well, I mean, you're talking about Philly's totally healthy. Dallas's team itself did this with a backup quarterback, a hurt wide receiving core, a beat up O-line with a 2-game different record, and they're getting healthy. Like, that defense is what did it. Philly can blame it on 17 things. We know what did it in Dallas. It was their defense.
I can't wait. But Brandon, remember before the season, the two most scrutinized quarterbacks was Tua and Jalen Hurts. I was talking to somebody today and said, that might be the Super Bowl. And how crazy would that be? Those two quarterbacks going to the Super Bowl.
What? You see what Tyreek said? Everybody needs to come out and apologize right now. Too.
I mean, it's unbelievable.
I'm not apologizing.
It's unbelievable.
Everybody's not blessed to walk into great
but
situations.
You want to know what the haters will say? Like Tommy being a hater.
Oh, he has a weapon.
Team sucks. And Russell Wilson can't ride no more because he got 3 flat tires.
I'm not.
He's a hater. He's a hater over there.
On the Dolphins.
They'll say Tua's got those.
I think they already knew that Tua wasn't their guy. Why would I hate on the Dolphins when they were ready to sign another quarterback this offseason?
But he's the highest rated quarterback in the league. How's he not our guy?
I don't want to hear Tua's excuse. They gave him the number 1 wide receiver in the league, and he's doing what he should do with it.
I mean,
okay. Patrick Mahomes had that dude for how long?
And Patrick Mahomes is still doing it. He's still in first place.
So what does that mean?
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say is
look good, but not as
Tyreek Hill's game and what I've seen, I'm not seeing anything I didn't expect. He's not throwing the ball 40 yards.
Are you expected to lead the league?
He's throwing the ball 10 yards downfield, and he will get Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hurts.
I'll tell you what. It's funny how
he leads the league in yards.
See, I'll go back.
So he does not lead the league in air yards.
Look it up. Yes, he does. Look it up.
I'll go back to the beginning before the season.
Not on
I will
average.
play the tapes and show y'all when y'all were dogging to him and saying it would never work and all kinds of things. Because I know it was said. I know it was said. I'll play it back and I will laugh at you. And laugh at you.
I was talking mad shit about
Justin Fields right now. Justin Fields right now is the hottest commodity out there in the NFL, in real life, in fantasy, and everything else. So I want to ask y'all the 2021 draft class.
Oh man, it's Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow.
I don't care about them stats, Statmaster. Statmaster, we don't care. We pass that. Statmaster, I will.
2 is 12. 2 is 12.
220. Listen.
Oh, he missed 3 games. I got better numbers.
221 draft. Trevor Lawrence was number 1. Then we had Fields, Mac Jones, Trey Lance.
No, he is on the average.
Zach Wilson, all these other guys. Do we think that Justin Fields is the best one in that draft class now, Keith?
To Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields, Mac Jones,
Zach Wilson, Trey Lance.
Zach Wilson.
A terrible fucking draft class.
Well, I mean, we really didn't get to see much of Trey Lance.
I think he's top 2, Justin Fields. I think he's top 2.
If he can get his arm down, he'll be incredible because he's
a big if, bro.
People are saying Justin Fields is the number 1 quarterback from that draft class right now.
That draft class
what do you think,
bad.
Tommy?
That draft class is really. I think that draft class is really bad.
It is.
I don't care about that. Who's the number 1 guy?
It's Justin Fields.
Who went in the second round?
Justin Fields.
Who is it?
Davis Mills.
Mills is in there.
Davis Mills.
Justin Fields, Davis Mills. It's.
I'm not a Lawrence guy.
Lawrence.
I guess it's got to be Fields.
Wilson.
Fields by default.
Who'd you say, Brandon?
Fields by default.
Listen, guys. Y'all are all caught up in the moment. Justin Fields is running the ball. He's doing all these things.
Who's better? I mean,
Trevor Lawrence. I guarantee you next year. Trevor Lawrence next year.
2 seasons with a rookie quarterback.
You got to remember his rookie year.
Trevor Lawrence.
His rookie year, he was stuck with what?
And this year, he's awful.
Is he awful?
Yes, he's just that awful.
He is terrible.
Really statistically
bad.
Have you watched
him play football?
They're like
He was
they're
overrated at Clemson, Sunshine Angle,
Underrated.
Overrated. Yes.
Did he beat your asses, Alabama's asses?
Johnny
Did he?
Manziel beat
Was he
us in
overrated
college.
then?
What does
Right.
that matter?
Was he
Today, actually, was the
overrated
anniversary of
then?
Johnny Manziel's victory.
Was
Doesn't
he?
matter.
Oh, it don't matter.
So did the rapist, but he ain't even playing football right now.
Dude, all I'm saying is, I guarantee you by next year, Trevor Lawrence
Might win 5 games.
in the system that he's in right now. See, this is really his rookie year. Last year,
Oh, Tua didn't get that
bullshit.
break. Oh, my
It was some bullshit. It was just like
like Tua's first
Travis
2 years.
Etienne. Last year was not his rookie year. This is his rookie year because he was
Right.
injured. Next year, that whole team is going to explode. They
You
tried
say the same about Justin Fields, though. I mean,
And
It's
you
definitely Trevor Lawrence.
it's a new coach out there and all that too.
Thank you, Keith. He's the only one that
It's sort of
realized.
similar to Tua having a terrible coach and no weapon for
But
his first
I
year.
agree with you though, Brandon. I agree
But
with
he
you.
never got that pass.
I agree
Oh,
with
he's-
you.
he's
And I
really-
said the
He's-
same.
He's a kid in the candy shop now, so he better look good.
No, I agree with Brandon when he never got the opportunity his rookie year and shit because it was
All
all
he did was get
dysfunction and everything.
criticism, but
It's
they
the
won't
same thing with
criticize
Trevor
that.
Lawrence. You can't just say this guy's the next fucking Andrew Luck and all these Peyton Manning and everything else, and then say, "Oh, he's a scrub now." No, it's
I
still
didn't.
there. It's still there. He was in a dysfunctional situation.
I
and
wanted
now
Fields in
he's
that draft.
Oregon now.
Manning
I
was
wanted
bad his
Fields in that
first
draft.
year.
Or you can have Fields. I wanted Fields too because the Redskins never get
I
any.
really
actually
wanted
like
Mike,
Trey
though, but
Lance, but
we were looking at
I
a
don't
few.
know.
Yeah, I did too.
Chris. Is
Don't know who I
Saquon
played
Barkley-
last-
is Saquon Barkley
What'd
the
you say?
comeback player of the year?
Michigan gonna lose to fucking Eastern Michigan.
Huh, Chris?
What'd you say?
Is Saquon Barkley the comeback player of the year?
Are we on a boat too? No, that was
If he
Michigan
keeps,
State.
Oh, that's the-
if
that's
he
the-
keeps
yeah, the
playing the way he
Michigan State
does, he could be. He's in line.
I didn't even get to everything I
Absolutely.
wanted to. All right, so look, the way it looks right now, the Eagles
Right.
and the Chiefs are probably the favorites to get to the Super Bowl, right? Probably.
I mean, right
So-
now.
So in the AFC, we got the Bills, the Ravens, Bengals, whatever. Tommy, what do these teams need to do to catch up with the Chiefs?
I'm not going to argue that the Ravens. I think the Ravens are.
I think the Bills are ahead of the Chiefs. Yeah.
The Ravens are the hottest team in football right now. And they're playing.
Yeah,
so
I'm liking the
I don't think
Ravens.
they have much to do.
What do you mean they ain't got much to do? You better sign your fucking quarterback.
They've
Better
got
get
they
a
don't even have him
secondary.
all season. He's here. They did their thing. They got their guy from Chicago. They revamped that defense. That defense looked incredible last week. He
Who they
shut
Who they
plays down.
play?
Who did
They
Last
played the
week.
Red Rifle.
It does not matter.
Hold on.
It
You
does
set
not
me up,
matter.
Tommy. Tommy,
it
you
wasn't-
set me up. Stop, Tommy. Here we go.
Wait, I'm not going to stop.
No.
You ain't going to interrupt me.
Hold on, Tommy. Episode, Keith.
Like this the entire time, bro.
Everybody
Let
listen
me
to this.
finish. I'll keep finishing.
No.
Listen, it wasn't when
Tommy.
Red Rocket was throwing the balls. When Kamara came out the backfield, running up the middle, that Smith came down the
What
hole
happened?
and shut plays down. They didn't have a single player in the second level that could do that before then.
Tommy, you ready now? You ready now, Tommy?
Thank you.
The quarterback of that team is the Red Rifle, Andy Dalton. If we just go
It
back,
was Alvin Kamara.
hold on. That's the quarterback. The quarterback of that team is the Red Rifle.
Yo,
If we look
one
back
person
at
at a
episode-
time, yo.
If we look back at episode
They got a
130,
wide receiver in the
part 2,
top 10.
episode 130, part 2, Tommy said, and I quote, Andy Dalton is better than Justin Fields. And your ass out here. You said it.
Andy Dalton
You
was
said Andy
better than
Dalton
Justin
is.
Fields.
You said Andy Dalton is.
The week
Go
prior
check
to
the
last
tape,
week.
baby. Go check the fucking tape.
If we went 2 weeks back, would I be right?
Go
If we
check
went 2
the
weeks
tape.
back, would I be
He
right?
had a better game than
No,
the
it
If we
had
had 2 weeks back, would I have been right? If we
No,
had
you
taken
wouldn't
away
be
last
right.
week's game, would I be right?
You wouldn't be right.
Only 170
wouldn't be
yards on
right.
the ground by a quarterback. Will I
Because
be
all your
right?
backup
Oh
quarterbacks
my
that you say are
God.
great
Come
are
on,
not
bro.
great. And all your
Episode
quarterbacks
six,
that are
yo.
great are not
Episode
great.
six. Nah, go back 2
Keep
weeks.
it up.
I'm gonna live in the moment.
And
There you
Dalton's
go,
better
there
than
you go.
Justin Fields.
Let's
Hey,
go.
real quick, Chris,
Let's
me
fucking
and you
go.
got a huge battle this week, yo.
I know, man. Right now, not on his battle after fucking picking up Walker, man, and fucking
I
putting
told
up
your
3 or
ass.
4.
I don't have the Ravens need much, but the
I'm
Bengals,
I'm not guaranteed to get Garoppolo tomorrow.
You're not, because I'm above you in the waiver claim. Sorry.
Now I'm talking about ESPN.
You ain't shit, bro.
They got golf.
Yeah,
I'm
you
done
got
with
golf
the
at
Ravens.
ESPN. That's a big one for me and Chris because I'm 6-3. What are you?
You're 6-3.
Yep.
One of
wow.
my. I
Are
just
you locked
lost.
in the playoffs yet?
I'm like 3 and some shit. I don't know.
I'm in
fine.
playoff. I'm in
Third
first
seed.
place. So.
And
Locked
FFS,
in,
I'm
good.
first in my
Locked in.
division. There's 3 people first in my division.
Yeah, but I'm ahead of all of them.
I'm
I made
ahead
that.
of,
Hey, what y'all think of that trade I made? That big trade.
What
made a
Got
big
rid of
trade?
Herbert.
That was
I
bogus.
got-
I don't want to get into that Shaman trade. That was
That Shaman's,
Yeah, I'm talking.
what did you get?
That was an
I
even
got
trade.
Chris Olave.
He got Chris
For
Olave on
Justin
the Saints.
Herbert? For
Yeah,
Justin
oh,
Herbert?
bull-
For what?
that-
What'd you give him?
I got Herbert.
Khalil Herbert,
No,
No,
Justin.
Justin Herbert.
Justin Herbert, and no, who
Justin
else?
Herbert for.
Who else?
Yeah, because I had Kyler Murray.
Yeah, because you.
I'm
played-
not
you
saying
played
nothing
two
bad
trades-
about
played
you,
two
but
trades
what are
last
we
week.
doing, dude?
I mean, it's
That's
Kev.
Shaman
Look at his
out here
roster.
doing. That's Shaman.
Look at
No,
Kev's
that was
roster.
Kev. That's
Look at Kev's
ESPN.
roster.
Oh, it's
there.
No,
ESPN.
Who
Yeah.
did? What didn't you place two trades in that league though? Didn't you mix it twice?
No, that was
Nah.
me and Yahoo.
That was you and
I
Yahoo. that
flipped
mixed it
Cam
twice.
Akers into fucking Najee Harris.
Yeah. That was
Yeah.
that was
That's
the
a
way- that was
win.
the-
Me and you both
Not
got
really,
screwed
because
that
he
trade.
sucks too.
Nah, there was somebody picked it up twice. There might have been fantasy.
And I got a Olave from Drew.
Yeah, that's what it was. Drew fucked up and had to rearrange.
He
his-
offered that to me, so I
Hold on.
thought,
He
okay.
offered you a Lave for what?
Michael Carter, pretty much.
Yeah,
And I already got enough running backs.
This
so.
is why I said
Yahoo,
the Raw
I'm
League,
done.
the
Yeah.
Raw League next year is gonna be revamped.
Actually, I gave up
I
Taysom
might
Hill.
cut 5 of these motherfuckers.
yeah, that's
But
what it was.
Drew's
You
in
gave up
first
Taysom
Taysom
Hill
Hill some dumbass
You
shit.
picked him up on the waiver, and I picked him up on the waiver in FFF. It's like, motherfucker, that's the second waiver player that I flipped the waiver player and you flipped the waiver player. Good
Yeah.
job.
Nah, but my trade. That was
Hey
a
Tommy,
huge
you want to
thing,
know
yo,
what,
getting
Tommy? You might
Olave,
not
yo.
make the playoffs in none of your leagues,
Oh, you know damn well
except
I
for
won.
your family league.
I'm losing in that one. I got Jonathan Taylor, bro, and Kyle Pitts. But I believe I'm one game out of both. So
You ain't gonna make the playoffs in any leagues.
and
Yo,
and
I'm
I
feeling
just-
good about this repeat opportunity in
Keith,
ESPN.
stop
Yeah.
talking shit, dude.
I'm
Keith, you
serious.
better,
I'm
hey,
That
feeling
shit
Keith,
would
good
you
never
about
better,
that.
happen,
Keith,
dude.
you better hope your
and I
players,
drafted the 12.
hope your players perform, bro.
I had a bad game last night, dude. You're up. You're doing good on me right now.
I want to get
Man,
Mixon in the
Alex,
other league.
Y'all
I
just
ain't
took
had a
over the show. The whole show got taken over by fantasy.
It's Raw
That's it,
League,
right.
baby. Raw League. It's
What's on for
Raw
the
Sports
next
Talk.
next
My Raw
episode?
League team sucks, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, you garbage this year, bro.
I know. And you got any rings, so shut the fuck up. You ain't got
Hey, it's all good. I'll be
you ain't
mad.
got nothing to say.
Hey,
I'll throw
those
it in
rings
your
is
face,
past
son.
tense. Those rings is past tense.
Past tense?
Yeah.
You got anything?
Hey, you got anything? Hey,
Yeah,
those shits is-
you ain't got nothing to say, but go smoke your L and cry yourself to sleep. Peace.
Yeah, you stupid.
Hey, it was less than a minute. We on for next
Brandon and Tommy, next episode, this week's games. We going through the matchups. We going through the plus or minus and fantasy sleepers for each game.
one? No.
Fantasy sleepers for each game.
All right.
Brandon knows the money. Tommy knows the fantasy. And I
And
know
y'all,
that.
I might be on there, y'all. I just
I
gotta
hate a
see if
plus
I'm still
minus.
watching.
Well, let's
I
get on, Keith. You are the
Yeah, I might
FFF
be-
champion. You are the FFF champion. You
Yeah.
better get on.
Put
Look,
an
he
asterisk
done growing his
beside
beard
that.
out. It's Christmas
That's
time.
it.
He growing his shit out. I wish I could.
It's no shave November,
Tommy,
yo.
can you grow a beard?
Fuck no.
Can't grow shit either,
It
man.
gets long
I
enough
gotta
to touch
shave
my
every
skin and
fucking
stop.
day, dude.
Nigga,
Yo, at
old
least
as
you got a
hell with
mustache.
chin hairs.
Brandon, what you
I
say?
got
You
that
gotta shave
perfect.
every day.
That's that line.
Pretty much. I shaved 2 days ago.
Dude,
It's
I shave
already
once
done.
a month and
This
shit.
is 4 days. This is 4 days, bro.